Okay, let's see how this is working. I hope everything works well. I don't know about this setup, but let's give it a try. Hello and welcome, or welcome back. If this is not your first time. My name is Maria. I am a Romanian knitter living and knitting in Norway since May 2022. And welcome to a new podcast episode. Uh, I thought a lot if I should record today or next week. Here in Norway, there is the autumn holiday from school, and I also have the next week as autumn holiday or fall holiday or höstenferie. So it's not the best day to record a new episode because today is the first day in a long time that it started to rain, and of course it is a little bit darker, but so it will be the next week. So I think today is as good as next week to film a new knitting podcast. I hope you have something to drink or something to knit, because if you have come here before, you know already. But if you are new, this is a spoiler alert. Actually, I have two. This will be a long episode because I don't know how to do short episodes. And also, I am not a native English speaker. So I hope everything will go well. My hair might look a little bit crazy because I went out with the dog. He had a huge emergency, and he carried me through the rain without umbrella, without raincoat, and yeah, we had just a little bit of fun in the morning. Okay, I don't remember the number of the episode. It will be 6, it will be 7, it will be 8. I don't know. Every project I will talk about today, it will be linked below the description of the video. Also, the yarn I am using for this project, or I've used, and I will try also to put the number of the color in case you are interested. I don't use Ravelry, so I apologize if you are used to it. I just really don't have time to keep up with Ravelry also. You can find me on Instagram as Romanian Knitter in Norway. And I know it's a long intro, but thank you so much. I don't know what happened. My last podcast reached a lot of people. If you don't know, don't be confused. I have two YouTube channels, a Romanian knitter in Norway and a Romanian knitter in Norway. The new one does not have 1,000 of subscribers, which is okay. I don't have a problem with it, but it's my backup YouTube channel because I have a problem with Google AdSense. I don't have the phone number from Romania anymore, and I cannot change my information in Google AdSense. So I created a new YouTube channel, like a backup for the podcast, just in case I will lose totally control about my bigger YouTube channel. That's it. I promise I won't talk so much, but I still have to say something more. I want to say special thanks from the bottom of my heart to Nina. Tusen tack, Nina. Nina, she is a YouTube, Norwegian YouTube podcaster. She has a wonderful YouTube podcast that I am following. It is in Norwegian, but I will link it below. I think you can use subtitles and it will work perfectly. I love her projects. I love the colors she's choosing. She is a great inspiration, and I was so shocked in a very good emotional way when I saw her last episode. And while I was knitting and listening to her, I heard the Romanian knitter in Norway, and I was like, oh my God, what is happening? So it was overwhelming with joy because it is the first time that it happens to me. So if there are new Norwegian viewers, velkommen. Och tusen tack. Okay. I have 3 finished objects for today. I have 1, 2, 3, I think 6 or 7 works in progress. Some of them you already know from the last time, but there is something that you don't know because it was not a cast on last time. And I have a huge pile here. If I will have time, I want to see how what is the hour so I can see how long this will be. This is the pile of knits that I'm planning to unravel and to reuse the yarn because I am in a total revolution of not wasting yarn anymore and money anymore, and use what I have and buy with responsibility for our family budget and in general, because if it is supposed to be slow fashion, then I need to feel it like a slow fashion. Okay, I will start with my first finished object that is a huge disappointment, but it's my fault. So I finished the beautiful Smookie Sweater by Kate Davis Design, and it is absolutely wonderful. It fits well. I will put a roll B, do you call it, a little video with me modeling this. It went very well. I am a little bit unhappy with how the sleeve is looking, and I'm thinking to unravel the sleeves to pick up less stitches, because as you can see my sleeve is wider than the armpit opening, you say, I think. So that's that. But this is not a problem because I can wear it with the sleeves just like this. I will try to come closer, but it's the first time I'm filming a video with this phone, and I don't know how close I should come. So we shall see. So what is the problem with the sweater? This is the first time since I am knitting for myself that I am buying yarn without even thinking to check the dial. Yes. And I did not get this yarn at once. First, I got 2 balls to try it. And then I decided what to make with it. And then I got another 5 balls. And then I think I got another 3 maybe, or 2. And another one that in the end I didn't need it. However, there was two different dye lots, the same color, different dye lots. So I will come closer. I don't know if you can see, this is my stomach, but up to here, so this is a bottom-up construction. It's just my son that is walking like a little cat to not making noises. Anyway, so it is a work bottom-up. So up to here, I had the same dye lot. From here, but I don't know if this is visible. This is a different dye lot. I will show you like this. I don't know if you can see how light it is the sleeve and how dark is this part. And the darker part of the sweater is looking like, check the microphone, it's looking like everything is dirty and it needs to be washed. So in real life, it is more than visible. Unfortunately, I cannot wear this, but there is a solution, right? So I am planning to hand dye, or how do you say, over dye, maybe, this sweater. I still need to wait a little bit because no budget to buy nothing. And I was so overwhelmed that I just didn't have the time and the patience to search a little bit what type of dye I should use, because I have never hand dyed nothing in my life. Just a second. Ești bine, mami? Te doare ceva? Nu e nicio problemă. I asked him if it is okay, and he just apologized because he burped and he thought that you all will hear. He is sweet. Okay, so I'm planning to hand dye, over dye. I don't know exactly how you say this. So please, if you have ever done this, let me know what you had used. I read a little bit about dyeing with onion leaves or with avocado, but I don't know exactly. Or if I'm using a traditional dye, chemical dye, or, again, I don't know what is the name. Yeah, I just need to know where to start. But I am planning to do this because this is a beautiful sweater that I really, really want to wear. So back to the construction of this sweater. You start bottom up with the half twisted ribbing hem, and you work circular a number of centimeters. The pattern will tell you. And then you continue circular, but you will make some increases, as you can see here. So I've chosen to make size 1. I did not swatch for this sweater. Take in mind, swatching is not my thing if you are new here, as crazy as it might sound. And then you continue separately the back and the front, and there are short rows that will shape this. And for the sleeves, you pick stitches and knit in the round. Now, I am really thinking to change this because the sleeves, when I'm working, I'm always a very tight knitter when I'm doing sleeves. So I'm thinking to unravel the sleeves before I will hand dye or over dye this sweater. So unravel the sleeves, go up a needle size. This is made with needles 4 millimeter. I don't know exactly what US number is this. So I'm thinking to go up at least to 4.5, pick up less stitches, make less decreases for the sleeves, and yeah, relax a little bit, because the fabric on the sleeves, it feels very stiff, very rigid, uh, and the body, it's very relaxed. So yeah, I need to change this. I'm not sure about the neckline, but it does not sit bad. It's just yeah, maybe not my first option, but I could have changed it. But in all the pattern, there is so much twisted ribbing, or at least half twisted, that I did not want to change um, the look of the texture. There is a mistake I've made, but it's a fortunate mistake. So here you have two twisted knit stitches, and in between I have a purl stitch. This in between stitch, it should have been garter stitch, but I misread the chart. And of course I've noticed a couple of just a second, I have some slippers that in my feet, so yeah, I will take them off. Excuse me. Okay, so I've noticed this after a few rows, maybe here, but I've said, oh, you know what, I will keep it this um, like this, because it's nice. It is not changing the pattern in a bad way. Okay. I've used, I think, 9 balls of yarn, 450 grams. So it's not super heavy, but also it's not in the light, how do you say, side. The yarn, it is Ulia by Gepard. I have the label further, but I will put it on the screen. I think they are 130 and something meters, and it can be worked with different number of stitches for different gauge. Yeah, so I'm very happy I finished this, and now I just need to my hair is everywhere. I just need to unravel the sleeves, re-knit the sleeves, and then take a decision for the hand dyeing or over dyeing this sweater, so I can wear it. I think that's all about this project. If there is something I forgot to talk about this, and if you want to know, please just leave me in the comment if you want to know more about it. I've made size 1. This is something I forgot to say. So there are 3 sizes in the pattern, but this is a pattern that has, I think, at least 30 centimeters of positive ease. So it starts from 100 and I think 30 centimeter finish bust for the first size, and it goes the third and last size, it goes to 170 something centimeters. I've made size 1. I don't have 133 like in the pattern, but I'm close without swatching. So I think it's very nice. Yeah. So this is the Smookie Sweater, and this is my first finished object. Now I will be very annoying getting up and checking if my phone is filming, is grabbing. And no, I won't cut this when I will edit because too much time. Okay, so I think it's recording. I'm hoping. Okay, let's talk about my second finished object, which will be a totally surprise for you. You saw this last time, but in different yarn and different colors. So I will put it on the screen. If you remember, in my last episode, I was knitting the Olga sweater by Petite using a Sandnes Garn double Sunday in two colors, beige or and light pink, peachy pink. And I was about 10 centimeters to work the hem on the body when I said, no, this is not what I want. I love the color at the beginning together, but the more I was knitting, the more I was thinking, okay, I don't even know if I have something in my wardrobe to match these colors. I don't know if pink it is my actual color at this moment. And Double Sunday, it is a very beautiful yarn. It is a non-superwash yarn. It is very soft. It feels silky, although has no silk in it. But I didn't like it. Was so bouncy, and I don't know. There was something it's not that I did not like it. It's just, yeah, it didn't feel right for me, for my preference. And I unraveled that project. I went to the store, yarn store, where I got the yarn for the project. And luckily, I can change yarns if, of course, if it is a full ball with label, not what I have used. And I could give back. I managed to give back the beige, but not the peachy pink, because I got a peachy pink with 30% off, so on sale. And what is on sale, they don't receive back. And I chose another yarn. I chose a yarn also from Sandnes Garn that it is called Sandnes Garn Tweed. And this yarn, it is 80% wool and 20% cashmere. This is my Olga sweater, and I love it so much. I love the colors on me, and it match my jeans or yeah, the trouser I have. I only have 2 pair of pants in my wardrobe. So yeah, it matches very well. It is very light. I've used 3 balls of this beige and 3.5 of the green. So this is like 300 grams, I think. Yeah, 325 grams, maybe. And oh, this is a dreamy sweater to have on you. Also, I've made size 3 in the pattern. So I went down 2 sizes and I am so happy. I will insert a video with me modeling this. I've already worn this, I think 3 times since even yesterday I had it on me. Actually, this week I had it 2 times. Okay, now I realize I forgot to say that today is Sunday. No, no Sunday, Saturday, and it is October 5th. I apologize, I'm all over the place. Yeah, so I've changed the yarn, I've changed the size, and I could not be more happy. This is a very beautiful pattern. I did some changes for the body. I think I've added like 3 extra stripes or 4, if I remember correctly, because it was too cropped. It is not long now, but it's um, just perfect. I can wear it with jeans, for example. And I've made more decreases on the sleeve, as always, and I decreased much faster than the pattern recommended. Just because I really like fitted sleeves, more fitted sleeves. Yeah, this is the back. I was a little bit nervous when I washed this, because if you have been here before, you might heard me saying that I'm washing all my knitted garments at the washing machine and wool program. And I was a little bit, I'm not gonna lie, with this cashmere, I was very nervous to not ending up with a very, very small sweater. It didn't happen. One thing about this yarn, it is so beautiful to knit with it. So it is obviously having 20% cashmere. It is soft, but it has a rustic look. And this is what attracted me to this yarn. You know, it is soft, but it looks like a wool, rustic. And after washing, I guess it's the cashmere, it's just blooming so beautiful, and it just feel the space, although I did not have space in between my stitches. But yeah, I don't know, it's just the washing just made it more complete and more beautiful. And now I am very happy to have it. I did not swatch for this sweater. However, I measure my gauge and I am on the same gauge. I don't think I was on the same row gauge as the designer, Petite, but I am almost never on the same row gauge as the designer. And I actually, for my size, I've worked the back, I think 1 centimeter shorter than what was supposed to work for size 3. And I'm very happy because I end up with a perfect length from shoulder to underarm. I mean, I have room, but not that much. And I've done the same on the front side, on the front. What else? So I've added 3 or 4 stripes, if I remember correctly. For the neckline, I have the same number of stitches for the size 3 as the pattern recommends. I've worked the same number of rows, exactly how the pattern recommends. I did not, so when I'm doing a folded collar, I do not pick up and bind off together with the neckline. I'm just how do you say, I'm sewing after I bind off the stitches for the neckline. It's my favorite method. I have a mistake here. I don't know if you can see the beige little line here. It's because I finished my front with just half of the stripe, which is silly because I should have thought that once I join the fronts, it will be a little thinner strap in a different in beige, just in beige. But I don't mind. I don't think it's something. It can be visible, but I really I'm not bothered about it. I love this sweater so much. It is the lightest I have so far. And I have to make more light sweater because at this point, all the sweaters I have and they fit me as I like, they are more in the heavy side. So yeah. So this is the Olga sweater. This was a really fast project to me. I will try to put on the screen how much this project cost. So the first 6 balls of yarn, I got them from the store where I have 50% off at any purchase. Of course, not for the yarns that are already on sale. But I needed another green ball because the green is the main color. The color you are starting, it is the main color, and you are using a little bit more than the contrasting color. So for the 7th ball, I had to go to another store and I got it for full price. However, the full price for this yarn, it is approximately, I think, 155 kroner, Norwegian kroner. I will check after I'm recording how much it will be in euro or American dollars, so you can have it. It's not a cheap project. It's not as expensive as it would have been when my busts were bigger, so I had more weight. Yeah, but it's I'm not regretting. Of course, this type of project, when I need to pay more for the yarn, leaves me with not buying maybe that month yarn for another project. But again, that's okay because yeah, it's okay for me. I have no problem. So this is a joy to wear, to wear. Feels so perfect directly on my skin. You don't overheat it. Yeah, it is absolutely wonderful. So again, Olga sweater by Petite Knit, size 3, needles 4 millimeter, and knitted with Sandnes Garn Tweed. They don't have so many colors on this tweed, but they have more neutrals. I think they have a very dark, beautiful blue. I think I will take the ball to show you because I have 3 balls for a future project, and now I need to wait to buy 3 more. Hopefully the same dye lot. So this is the yarn in the ball, and I got this dark blue, which I really like. It is very, very, very dark. I wouldn't say navy, but it's closer. It's more in the, not in the purple side, but I think you understand. It's very beautiful. So this is, oh, and by the way, this is 100% recycled yarn, which I think it's wonderful. So these are coming in balls of 50 grams, and they have 175 meters. So yeah, and the needles, the recommended needles for this yarn are 3.5 or 5 millimeter. So if you're thinking on Olga sweater, and if you think to give a chance to this yarn, I think you will need a gauge without no problems. Yeah. Okay. So this was my second finished object, and I have a third. But first, I need to show you the first try of this project, which is a total fail. Let me grab it because, as always, I don't have so much space. If you remember, in my last episode, I was working on a jacket cardigan by a Norwegian designer. She designed the pattern for Hillesvåg Blåne. So they are a Norwegian producer. I guess many of you know about it. And I was using unspun yarn from them to make my jacket, which turned out totally wrong. I know it does not look, but when I put this on me, so this is correct, but this, it is huge. I don't mind gauge normally, usually, but for the life of me, this is a yarn I cannot control. So I don't care about gauge as long as I have control, as long as I can play with the gauge, because you can have whatever gauge you want or need, but not with this yarn, not with this yarn. And I was so upset about it. Of course, it would have been perfect to be able to unravel this and to reuse the yarn. Unfortunately, this is not possible because, again, it's unspun yarn, so it makes it impossible to unravel. So I left this aside, knowing that I just wasted yarn, beautiful, gorgeous, and not quite cheap yarn, and knowing that I cannot save it, just, yeah, made me lose my knitting mojo. And after a couple of days, I thought, okay, I need this jacket. I really want to knit this pattern. So I got this from the Hillesvåg mill, together with the yarn I will show you that I end up using, checking the microphone, for this pattern. Let me put this aside and show you my jacket, because I finished it. I've already worn this and I adore it. So this is the Solix Jakke, a pattern that you can find on Hillesvåg Blåne website. It's looking a little bit different because I just tied this. I love the belt. So this is the jacket. This is how it's looking, and this is the back, and yeah, the belt. Now, let's talk a little bit about the yarn so you can understand, because I have it here. So I end up using this. This is Blåne. I think you say Blåne or Blåna. I'm not sure. And this is not what the pattern recommends. So the gauge in the pattern, it is 18 stitches on 5mm needles. This one is 14 stitches on 6mm. Just a second. 14. Yeah, on 6mm needles. With the unspun yarn, I've made size 3. With this one, I've said, okay, I will go down to needle 5, although it might be a stiff fabric. And I will make the first size. And it worked very well, because I've made the first size, but I actually end up with size 2, which was my second option, which I wanted to do after I've made the fail with the unspun. And I thought, okay, I need to go down a size. But having a thicker yarn, I went down 2 sizes, but in the end, I end up with size 2. This is 100% Norwegian wool. It is a rustic wool. I mean, if you don't tolerate rustic wool, this is not for you. It is at least as rustic as Letlopi from Istex, as least. If not, I don't know why I think this is a little bit more rustic. And this comes in, so this is Norsk Pelsylgarn. I don't know what Pelsyl means. I keep searching on Google, but I think it's a type of sheep. Maybe you can help me so I can finally understand, because Hillesvåg has a lot of Pelsyl yarn. So this comes in 100 grams, and it has 114 meters. I don't know exactly how many yards. I guess 100 and a little bit. And it has this rich Bordeaux color, but a little bit toward a very dark purple. So I see it a mix in between two. It is a very, I think it's a very autumnal, beautiful color. I will put a picture with me wearing this, because it was such a pleasure, guys, to wear this. I will try to put this, but I didn't. No, I'm sorry. I just don't have place here to stand correctly. But I will. I hope the picture will help you to figure. Yeah, I have one regret, and I might change this once I take out from my needles more whips, but now it's just, there is no time. So for the double knitted bottom band and neckline, what and you're making at the end, I picked up stitches as the pattern recommends, 3 out of 4 stitches. And I don't know why I have done that, because I normally pick up a stitch from every row. So I have a 1 by 1 situation, not 3 by 4. And because of that, I don't know if you can see, because the front is rising a little bit. As you can see here also is not my great work. And also at the back is puckering a little bit. When I'm wearing this, it's not that visible, but yeah, I should probably go back. Also, I've tried to fix this with blocking, but this wool don't grow on washing, which is good. But sometimes when you need to pull a little bit the fabric, then it's not working. Yeah, I've made some modification to the sleeves. So I picked up the number of stitches the pattern said for the size 1, and I've started to decrease as the pattern said and try it on because it was easy to try. And I noticed that because my yarn it is thicker, this part here was wider than my depth on this part. And I went back, I decreased every 4th row, and I decreased with more than 12 stitches. Yeah, so I've made 6 extra decreases than the pattern says, and I'm so happy because I did not end up with a very wide sleeve. It's not a problem necessarily that it's wide. It was that didn't look proportional with the width of the body. So yeah, I'm happy I've done this modification. And I've added also, but I think I need to change this because it's too big. I've made 2 stitches I-cord to put the belt in because I don't want to lose the belt. And I think it's looking better having this. And in the pattern you don't have this, but it's something very easy to do. So I think I need to make this again. I've made 22 rows, but it's too much. I think I should have stopped somewhere, I don't know, maybe 16 rows in I-cord. I-cord, yeah, 2 stitches I-cord the thing. The belt, oh, the belt. It is supposed to have 1.5 meter of double knitting. Another modification I've made is that in the pattern it tells you to, I think, cast on 6 or 8 stitches for the belt, but I cast on 10, and I'm glad because otherwise it would have been too thin. And I saw on the picture of the pattern that it is a little bit thinner, and of course that yarn in the pattern is thinner than this one. And another mistake I've made, because I forgot to mark where I want to have the buttonholes, and I've made an extra buttonhole, but I took out the button. I could close this here, but it's just did not sit right. So I took out the button, and now I only have 4 buttons, and it works very well. And guys, this is such a thick wool. I want to tell you that this is warmer than my one of my autumn jackets. So I already worn this, and it was a little bit chilly in the morning, not very cold or nothing like that, but it was a lot of fog, and this was so perfect. So yeah, this will get so much wear. I am thinking at some point, because I am that type of knitter. If I like a pattern, I might repeat it in a different color, because why not? Because if I like to wear that garment, if I like how it feels, that garment, if I think it sits um, well on my body, I feel good wearing it, why not? I will make it again because I like it. Yeah, so this is the Salixjakke. So again, this is a Blåne by Hillesvåg. For the ribbing, oh, I forgot to say that this has a splitted hem that I've made exactly like the pattern says. So for the hem and cuffs, I've used 4.5 millimeter. For the body, I've used 5 millimeter. Same for the sleeves, where I have stockinette, and for the double knitted bottom band and neckline, I've used 4.5 millimeter. This was such a quick knit, guys. I think I knitted this in, I think like 10 days, maybe, if not a week. Not because I wanted, but it just went so fast. The joy of knitting with bulky yarns. Yeah, so this is my last finished object. I am so happy I have it. I love this color. I think this is a true autumnal color. Yeah, and I would love at some point to make it again in the same yarn, because I just love this thick jacket cardigan I have now. It feels wonderful in the cold mornings. Yeah, so this is it, my last finished project. And now I will alternate in between what I want to unravel and what I have on my needles. I don't have a specific project for what I would like to unravel, but I will figure out. I think for 2 of them, maybe 3 of them. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 projects. I have 4 cardigans and 2 sweaters that I want to unravel and to reuse it. I have another 3 sweaters that I don't know what to do with them for the moment, so I put them aside. I will maybe give them to somebody else, or I will unravel them. But for one of them, I don't think I want to reuse the yarn, because it's not looking that great. I don't know yet, but my heart is hurting for the next project I'm planning to unravel. But losing 10 kilograms, it is a lot. And unfortunately, this is not feeling the same. So this is my almond cardigan by Into the Wool that I am planning to unravel and maybe knit this cardigan again, maybe using this yarn to make another cardigan from her, that is a cable one. So this will be the first one that will go to unraveling, because believe it or not, this is not sitting well anymore on the yoke, because I've lost a lot of centimeters on my bust, and this was already having a little bit of positive ease. But now it's not a problem that it has more positive ease. The problem is that it's not sitting like it is meant to be with a lot of positive ease. It's just hanging weird. And yeah, I just don't like it. And I'm so sorry for it. This lace, it is so wonderful. This is such a wonderful pattern, and I so enjoyed to make this. I really love it. And there are some really beautiful details that makes the finished garment to sit so well. And also, this is quite an expensive yarn that, of course, I want to use it again. This is Isayer Jensen. Yeah, this is Isayer Jensen. So, pure wool, Danish wool. Yeah, so this is one garment I want to unravel, guys. I have almost 1 hour. Maybe I should, yeah, go a little bit faster. Okay, where to put this? Maybe here. Another garment I'm planning. Oh, by the way, the almond cardigan, I knitted this spring. So yeah, but since then I lost a little bit more than 10 kilograms. I lost 10 kilograms in the last almost 4 months, but I've also lost it a little bit before. So yeah, it is what it is. Yeah, believe it or not, I will unravel this and I will show you why it bothers me. And I will try to first stand up to put this on me. So guys, this is still fitting, if you can see. This is the Copenhagen cardigan. Oh my God, I don't know, how do you say? I think Copenhagen. Anyway, cardigan by Petite. She updated this pattern. I need to see if we're still recording here. I think so. Oh, yes. Sorry, I just moved this because I want to see if it records. Weird thing. Okay, so she updated this pattern. I think she made it size inclusive. But for one reason, she didn't change this. So it's not, how should I explain this? This neckline, this, can you see? This is totally wrong. So you have short rows in the pattern here. But I really think they don't work for this pattern. This is a very beautiful cardigan pattern. I so enjoyed knitting this, and it's my fault because I knew, and I'm sorry I didn't follow my knitting instincts. I knew I should have added my own short rows before splitting the sleeve stitches from the body. Why I have done that? I have not done that. I don't know. I think I trust the pattern. I think in my mind was, if she updated the pattern, maybe she fixed this problem too in the pattern, but no, it's not. So unless you like this type of sloppy neckline, which I don't think somebody would like, I recommend you to make short rows before separating the sleeve stitches from the body. And it's very visible when I'm wearing it. I'm wearing my purse or my bag, not purse, bag. And I'm always trying to pull this and then put the bag, and always have to pull this because it does not sit right. Now, I've used also Hillesvåg yarn, which I love it. And I still have 100 grams of this yarn. My guess is that I will probably lose some yarn here on the pockets. I don't know yet, but I will try to save as much as possible. But just in case I will lose this, I will use the ball I still have, and I will change the size, and I will cast on less stitches than she says in the pattern, because once I'm making the neckline, I can increase those stitches, no problem. So that's one modification. Then I will make her short rows, but I will add my short rows also. So just to be sure, this will finally sit very beautiful. So that's a plan. I have knitted this in the spring, and I am so sorry I have to unravel this in such a short time. I could have lived with the fact that now it's bigger, because it's not exaggerated. But this is becoming bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger, this neckline. So soon I will have the neckline like this. And no, I don't like it. So this is what I'm planning to do, because this is an absolutely beautiful and one of my favorite yarns from Hillesvåg. I don't remember exactly. Oh, it's not Varder. It's I don't remember. I will try to put it on the screen if I will search on Instagram in one of my posts. Yeah. So this is going in the to be unraveled pile. Unfortunately, this yarn holds very well. It has a little bit of, and this got so much wear, guys. I wear this so much. It has a little bit of peeling, but nothing exaggerated. Absolutely normal. Again, it's a rustic yarn. It's a heathered color. Yeah, I love it. And I really like this cardigan, and I really love the pockets. I think they are so sweet. I really enjoy pockets, although I'm not using them, but I just like them to be there. So definitely this is what I will unravel in at some point, hopefully soon, and reknit. Okay, another project I absolutely need to unravel. It is a test knit I've made almost 3 years ago. Oh, but this project to unravel, it just gave me a shiver, and I feel like it will be a nightmare. For this cardigan, I've used one strand of lace wool from Knoll. It is a British company yarn. They have very beautiful wools, and it was lace. It was 50 grams, had 500 meters. Yeah, I think it was, yeah, 500 meters, and it was 95% wool and 5% cashmere. This is not a problem. The problem is that this is knitted with mohair together. And this is Filcolana Tilia mohair. And I don't know if you can see how much pain will be to unravel all these bubbles. Oh, I don't know what should do, how I should unravel this. I cannot wear this anymore. I just don't like it. I don't like it. It's big. This is not sitting right. I'm also thinking, but I don't have yarn. I was also thinking, I hit the microphone. Oh God, I'm sorry. So I was also thinking, what if I unravel the button band, which it doesn't work for me, and maybe make double knitted, much smaller bottom band, and then see how it will fit. But I don't know, it's just not, yeah, it's big, guys. It's not, it's so light. Oh my God, I've done so much work. This is a bottom-up construction. This was a test knit for, what is the name? I don't remember, but I will try to put it on the screen. I apologize. Flossy Knits, yeah, for Claire. She is such a wonderful person. And this is made when I had 126 centimeter bust, and now I have with almost 20 centimeter less. I'm sorry. And this is already having positivities back then. Yeah, but just the thought of unraveling all these bubbles and cables with mohair, I think it will be a nightmare. It will be a truly nightmare. I don't know. Yeah, and this was an expensive project, so I have to see how I can save all this yarn, or yeah, all. It will be ideal to save it all. Okay, my last 3 projects. But first I will show you a new whip I have, because it is related with one of my projects I want to unravel. So I cast on again Alvar sweater by Sari Northland. I really like this sweater. But with my first one that I've made in spring, things didn't went well. Now I'm making size 3. So I went down 2 sizes. I'm using the same number of needles, 4 millimeter maybe. Oh God, these are my glasses from, yeah, 3.5. And I'm working on the back. And I love this fabric so much. So about the yarns, this is something I got on sale. So I'm using Isayer Tweed, and this is color Walnut, together with Alpaca 1, and this is color 23. They are not the same color. This is a light brown, I would say, beige brown. And this is not sage. It is darker than sage, but it's not green, it's not gray. So together they are creating this. This is not my main project, but sometimes I'm picking up and making a few rows. So this is one of the projects I have on my needles. I'm holding this together. I have, so this is 70% wool and 30% mohair, and it's 50 grams and 200 meters. And I have 5 of these. And so I have 1000 meters. I hope it will be enough. I hope. So I got this with 25% off. I paid in total around 560 kroner. I will put it on the screen how much it will be in euro and dollars. Now I will leave this aside, and I want to show you, if you have been here before, maybe you remember my first Alvar sweater made in 1 strand of lamb's wool from Rauma, which is a Norwegian producer, held together with 1 strand of alpaca lace or alpaca følgetråd from Sandnes Garn. I unraveled this and changed the sleeves, made them shorter, made more decreases than the pattern said. It still does not sit well. It is too wide, and with my 10 less kilograms, it's just hanging on me. Now, I am planning to unravel this and make maybe Storm Sweater by Petite. Or maybe I will wait to see. She launched, I think 2 weeks ago, I don't remember exactly, a new cable jacket pattern, Dagmar, I think it calls. And she will launch, I don't know if at the end of this month, also the Dagmar sweater. And I think if I need to see what is the gauge of that yarn to see if I can use this. But I think it will be possible. She is usually using decayed yarn in her pattern, and I think this will be okay. So this is a project I want to unravel, and that's why I've started a new one, because I really like the texture on this sweater. But unfortunately, the fit was not what I expected to be. And this is size 5. And now I'm doing size 3. And I really hope to end up with an Alvar sweater that I will treasure so much. But I also have big plans for this darling Alvar sweater that is not working for me now. And this is such a beautiful yarn that it needs to be used in another beautiful project. Yeah. I will continue with my whips. I have some progress on a whip that last time was having just a few rows. I've made a progress on my Rotta cardigan. This is a pattern by a Swedish designer, which I will not try to pronounce the name because I don't know how you pronounce it. It's Anne, but you will have it on the screen, and you will have the pattern link below. So I am in the middle of the row, so that's okay. I am very close to finish the raglan part. Technically, I should work, I think, another 9 rows, but I think I will shorter. I'm making size 4. This is a 0 positive, very cropped cardigan. But I think I want to end up in between size 3 and 4, because I just don't want this raglan to be very deep. And also because this pattern has some short rows here in the front. But for my preference, there are not enough. If you don't mind a higher front of the cardigan, or higher fronts, this works perfectly. But if you are like me, that you cannot stand things here, then you will add short rows before splitting the sleeves from the body. And I want to finish earlier with the increases, because I need to add, I think, around 10 short rows. That will be 20 rows. And this will higher a lot the back. So hopefully it will fit just as I imagine. Now, I have a little bit of mixed feelings about this pattern, because as much as I like the, so I'm making this, oh, by the way, for this dress, this is a dress from, I hit the microphone. This is a dress from Not Perfect Linen, and it's from the new collection, autumnal collection, and oh, I love it. I cannot say how much I love this dress. It's my first time having a long sleeve dress, and oh my god, and this linen, the more you wear it, the more soft and perfect it feels. So I'm making this cardigan especially for this dress, and I think it will work. Now, why I have mixed feelings. I am very soon 43. Do you think this will be exaggerated for my age to wear something over this dress that will how do you say, will center the attention around my bust? Because this is what this cardigan somehow is doing, you know. It will, I mean, your bust will be maybe the first thing that people will see, although you are covered, of course, but just the fact that it is fitted on your bust, and oh, I have a little bit of mixed feeling. Wouldn't that be exaggerating? I'm curious to find your opinion. I mean, I'm dressed. I have a dress. I will take this over my dress, but it will be this a little bit too much. I'm not feeling old, but I'm not 20. So I don't know what to do. I mean, I know I want to make it according to the pattern. And I will see. If I don't like it, probably I will unravel the bottom band and I will add length. I mean, it's not that I won't like it. I'm sure I will like it, but yeah, I just don't want people to look at me, oh, look at her, how she is dressed, and she's not young. Maybe it's just me having crazy thoughts. I don't know, but I would, I'm curious to know what you will do in my position. Yeah, I'm knitting this using Reuma Finul. Oh, I love this yarn too. Of course, one of my favorites. This is color. These glasses are for distance. This is color 4127. I need to wear them, although I don't have a screen in my face. But it's weird to look at the camera and seeing blur, you know, so yeah. Aging. Yeah, so this is such a beautiful color. Oh, wonderful. So yeah, this is my mindless so far progress. Oh, and one thing very interesting about this pattern, this is my first time making the raglan increases on the wrong side. Yes, you are doing the raglan increases on the wrong side, making yarn overs. You just have to remember on the front side to work those yarn overs through the back to not end with gaps. As you can see, I will come closer. There are no gaps, at least not big. Yeah, I don't know what I'm showing here. I hope it was visible. Yeah, so this is my bag project, although I'm not carrying them with me every day now because my schedule at school is different and there is not that much time to knit, and also there is not that much traffic now comparing to spring, because there is a huge project here that they building new bridge, a huge bridge, new tunnels, so many tunnels, it's crazy. Yeah, so I don't really have that much time to knit at school or in breaks or before school. Yeah, so I'm using 3mm needles. I think this is something I forgot to say. This is another work in progress. I will talk more about it once I'm making progress. Of course, I will change the decreases for the sleeve because, yeah, I'm doing my own thing with the sleeves. Next project that I will talk very short. It is another precious. If you remember, last time I showed you a cardigan or jacket that I finished, a wonderful cable that is called a pastoral sweater, and I've made size 5 for that. I've started that in March. Of course, now I have other measurements, and I still wear it because even if it has positives, it's the construction that save the situation. It is knitted bottom up by pieces, and the pieces are sewn. I forgot to search this verb on all the times. I forgot. So you need to sew the pieces together. I hope this is correctly. And because of that, it has a beautiful shape that even if I have 10 or 12 kilograms less and a lot of less centimeters at my bust, it still fits wonderful. It's a little bit longer that I would like for dresses, but it goes perfectly with jeans or trousers, or yeah. And I thought I need another one because this is such a gorgeous pattern that I think this won't be the last time I'm making this. Now I'm making size 3, so I went down 2 sizes. I'm using just 1 strand of yarn, no 2 strands together. I'm using Reuma Finul. Oh, look at this gorgeous light brown. And this is color 0411. I have 6 balls of this. I don't know if it will be enough, but if I will need more, I can get another one, for example. I am working on the first sleeve. Look how gorgeous is this pattern. Oh, this is such a joy. Of course, I'm not planning to finish this on 4 months. I will make a modification in terms of length, so I would like to crop it. Yeah. And oh guys, this yarn, it feels just absolutely gorgeous. I'm knitting with the same number of needles that the pattern recommends, which are 3.5. I'm using 3.5. Just let me check, because when you don't take notes, yeah, 3.5. And I think that's it for it. I cannot wait. I have 2 other cardigans from the same designer, a pastoral sweater by Sarah Solomon or Into the Wool. And I have another two gorgeous cable patterns from her for two other cardigans that I cannot wait to start knitting. Yeah, but as always, when you're doing this type of knit, you just need to free your needles, or at least to have another project maybe in stockinette when you need a break from this. But having multiple projects, it just stressed me and I cannot concentrate on this how I should. Yeah, so another work in progress. I think now I have two more and I will try to, yeah, it's an hour and a half, my God. I want to show you my progress on Ingrid's sweater. It is the sweater I'm knitting using yarns from two other garments. I will bring here this. Ta-da! Yeah. So, as you can see, I finished the body, I finished one sleeve, and I am working currently on the second sleeve. And then I just need to make the neckline. You don't want to know how many ends I have to weave in for this sweater. Luckily, I don't hate waving in ends. Sometimes it feels too much. When it feels too much, I take a little break of a couple of hours and then come back and wave the rest of them. I'm very curious to see how this will block, because at this point it feels heavy, it feels sturdy, it feels stiff. So yeah, it's especially this part where you have what is called it? I don't remember. Sand stitch? No, it's not a sand stitch. Yeah, it calls in a certain way that I'm not able to remember now. It feels a little bit longer, but I think because my yarn is thicker than what she recommends, I think I have a different row gauge. I mean, I'm not thinking, I'm sure I have a different row gauge, and that means mine is a little bit longer than what it is supposed to be. And yeah, but I cannot tell you the happiness, maybe not happiness, but I'm so content by the fact that I've used yarn from two garments instead of, yeah. You can donate them, of course you can, but I think there are moments when you need just to think a little bit more if you really cannot use that, or if you still can make something with that. Yeah, I am a person that does not own not even one sweater from a commercial store. I don't have them. I don't have not even one sweater in my closet that I got from the store, which is not a problem if you get them from the store. But the more I'm knitting for myself, the harder it is for me to buy a sweater or a knitted jacket from the commercial store, because I'm always thinking I can do that, and I can do it with a better material, and I can do it in so many colors, and I can modify it, and at some point if I don't like it, I can unravel and reuse the yarn and make something else. So it's a setup that I have now, and I cannot go through over it. Yeah, so yeah, I will say more once I finish block this. I'm using one strand of Sunday by Sandnes Garn and one strand of Rauma Finul by Rauma. So wool with non-superwash merino. Yeah, and I think this will be so perfect in the winter because, yeah, you need something. I was searching information that I did not wrote, and I watched one of my episodes which felt so weird. And I think it's, I don't know if the first or the second episode of this podcast, and I saw myself, I think in February, saying that when I filmed that episode, it was the first time in many, many, many weeks that we had plus degrees. So I definitely forgot how cold was last winter. Yeah, I will remember very soon. Yeah, and I have just another work in progress. I'm looking at the clock, but I won't say too much because it's just the beginning. But I want to say that this is a free pattern by Hobby, and it is a vest. It is called Barley Field. I will put a better picture here. So this is a free pattern you can download and you can make it. Of course, the recommended yarns are 2 yarns from Hobby. I'm not using those because when I got this yarn that I've made my jacket that I showed you earlier, I got 11 of these. And I have like 400 and a little bit of grams. And I thought, what should I do with this? Because I don't have enough for, and I'm not interested to make another sweater in the same color. But I think a vest, oh my God. And if you have recommendation, please, I am hunting vest knitting patterns. My preference would be cabled one. I got one, but I'm not talking about it because I just cannot wrap up my head around that pattern. So I need to find a moment where I don't have so much work in progress, so many plans, so I can sit and go through that pattern, because I also think there is a mistake in the chart, and the chart, it is, I don't know how I will read that chart because it is huge, but everything is small at the same time. It's very hard to follow, but I will figure out at some point. Until then, I'm very excited to make. I'm sure this will be a very fast project, this vest, barley vest. It is bottom up, and I think, yeah, I really think it will go fast, but not today. So just in case you are looking for a nice and free pattern, you can find on Hobby. I will link it below, this vest pattern, if you are in the mood of knitting a vest. Yeah. Okay. So these were all my works in progress. I have 2 more, but those they didn't get attention from me in the last week, so we don't talk about them. I have 2 more projects that I want to unravel. This is Stockholm V-neck sweater by Petite that I have been knitting 2 years ago, maybe, almost. That needs to be unraveled for several reasons. This is made, oh, this neckline is not looking good at all. This is made with Bichebush Le Petit Lamb's wool. This is a yarn I got for a test knit for them. And after the test knit ended, I unraveled that sweater and used this yarn because that sweater was humongous. It was huge. And I've made this sweater, which I got so much wear of it. And the last time I've worn this was in the new year. So I did not wear this year at all. But why? Because I forgot about it. First of all, I had this on me on the new year, and we spent the new year with my neighbors, and they have a dog that I will dog sit next week. Anyway, and I forgot this on their couch because it was warm at some point, and I think my girl Aurora, she has slept on my sweater, and her little nails just broke my sweater. Yeah, so I was supposed to unravel this a little bit and fix this, but I won't. Now I want to knit another thing because it's not working anymore for me. And the neckline was very low, and I always had to wear a t-shirt underneath because otherwise, yeah, it was too much. This is a black, but it has so many other colors. It has green, it has purple, it has red, it is a wonderful yarn. I have another ball of this. I want to unravel, to weigh the yarn, and to see if I will have enough. I would love to make a brioche. I think it's a brioche, I'm not sure, but I will put on the screen. There is a pattern by, I think by Anker Strick, I'm not sure. She released a light fingering sweater in burst stitch, so there is a lot of work, but I just want to see if I have enough yarn, because I'm not planning to buy this yarn. We don't find this yarn here in Norway, and the shipping, it is not worth it. If I will have enough, I will start my project. If I don't have enough, I'm sure I will find another project for this yarn. Okay, and my last project I am planning to unravel. It is her home office cardigan. This has a sad story. It took me more than a year, I think, maybe a year to finish this. And by the time I finished, it was already beginning to be too big. It is huge. I'm planning to unravel this because this is a precious yarn. I still have a little bit in my, I don't know if I have 100 grams, but maybe almost. This is also from Knoll yarns. I think this is 70% wool and 30% mohair. And I think, I'm not thinking, I'm sure, this is the same yarn with Isager Tweed. Isager yarns, most of them, they are not made in Denmark. They are a Danish brand, but they are not from Denmark. And I think because this is looking so alike with the tweed, yeah. Anyway, and also it has this, the same, if you can see, I don't know how much you can see, but this is not gray, totally gray. So this is having sparkles of other colors like tweed, but not quite tweed. Yeah. So I will unravel this, and I will make either the book club cardigan. I just need to see how approximately many meterage I have. So that is one option. Or I will make the new Dagmar cardigan by Petite. Yeah, I think a cable project this will become, because the yarn, it is perfect for cabling. Whew, I've talked so much. I think I talked for 1.5 hours. I don't have water with me. I mean, I have it back there, but yeah. Somehow I feel I rush through my projects. I apologize, but I always feel so stressed when filming a new episode because I know it won't be a short episode. But you don't know how much I appreciate everybody who has left a comment. And special thanks to those persons who said that they really enjoyed a long episode. I was so happy and so relieved reading somebody saying that. So it felt wonderful. I don't know how much inspiration I had today for you, but at least I hope you feel inspired to unravel what you think you're not wearing anymore and to reuse the yarn and give a new life to the yarn. I think, yeah, I am repeating myself, but the last episode I've said the same thing. One of the many, many wonderful things about knitting, hand knitting, it is the fact that you can and you should, if possible, reuse the yarn. And I cannot wait to give a new life to think about it, guys. So I have like 2, 4, 6 adult size quantities of yarn. There is so much money here. And each one has memories, from where I got the yarn, how I felt in that period I was knitting that garment. I was making some plans, how I thought about the yarn, how the yarn felt, and how excited I was to make something new for me that I will be able to wear. And all these things are important. So so it seems that rain season has arrived in this part of Norway. We are living very close to Bergen, and it is absolutely normal. It was not quite normal to not rain almost all September. It rained, but just very little. Yeah, I am so happy to have a break from school. My brain is it feels like a mashed potato. We had like pilot test, Norwegian exam, and it was a dramatic result for me. So I had writing for the A2 level, and I had 36 questions, and I managed to answer correctly 19, so half of them. And I have the listening how do you say, second exam, and there were 30 exercises or questions, and I got 19 again correctly. And I was so disappointed. At first I was disappointed in me, but then I took a step back and I thought, okay, let's think logically. There were big texts. I had to read and find the answer in that text. I barely understood half of it. Half. The other half were words I was reading and listening for the first time in my life in Norwegian. And I was disappointed because I know we need to learn the language, but these Norwegian exams needs to be so hard because they are very hard. The teacher even said that these are very hard even for the Norwegian speakers. So I am wondering, I am prepared to take my Norwegian language exam in December? I don't think so. And we were supposed to start level B1, but we are actually doing level B2. B2. So it's very chaotic. Guys, every day there is so much information we receive that it is overwhelming. It feels overwhelming. It feels so hard that many days I think I will never be able to speak a good Norwegian. Never. Yeah, but at the same time, I am aware that I need more time to process what I am learning now. So it happened to me with the first level of the Norwegian course, where in the first 3 months I was feeling the same overwhelm, and then suddenly made click everything I have learned so far back then, and now it feels the same. So I'm hoping the situation will repeat, so by the time we are in December, my brain just to get used with at least a part of what I have learned so far. It only has been 1.5 months, but I already feel that I'm going to this course for at least 1 year. So yeah, it's just, yeah, it's too much. I think now I can wrap this episode up. I am so grateful if you have seen this until the end. I am grateful even if you just pass by to see what this woman is talking about. I hope it was an enjoyable time that you have spent with me, and I hope you have a lot of progress on whatever you are working. I'm curious to see, to read what are you working. If you have time and want to leave a comment. As always, grateful for everybody coming, for everybody giving a like to the video, commenting, or just seeing. It feels so good to speak about my passion with other people and sharing the same passion with so many people. Thank you very, very much. I hope I will be able today to edit this and put it out there for you. Until the next time, I hope you will have a great time with your knitting projects or with your life plans. I hope you are healthy. I hope you are taking care of you. And I will see you next time. Bye-bye.